I just want to start out by saying that when people are preparing to go on the mission field, their focus and their preparations and their studies are usually academic. So they're studying Greek and Hebrew, or they're studying language and culture, or they're studying linguistics. But what often happens when they arrive in their location is that they realize there's a whole other side of life that needs to also happen at the same time as the ministry. And one of those things is, how are you going to eat? How are you going to stay healthy and nourished? And that's something that stares you in the face 3 times a day. You can sometimes get away with twice a day, but it happens every day. And especially when you have kids, it's like, well, I could skip this meal because I don't want to deal with food, but my kids, they have to eat something. So that happened very quickly for me when we arrived 15 years ago in Village in northern Ghana. I had done some shopping in preparation for living in the village, so we shopped in a big town, and I started where I knew from. I mean, that's the only place you can start from, is what you know. And I know that a 5-pound bag of flour is going to last me a couple of months. Maybe I'll make cookies. Maybe I'll make pancakes. Maybe I'll, do something else with this flour, but this is not something I see every day, is my 5-pound bag of flour. Well, I quickly learned that people in our area didn't eat bread. And being good Americans, we ate bread every day. So I had to figure out how to feed my people. Either make the bread and quickly use up this 5-pound bag of flour, or figure out what else we were going to eat. So that was just a reality that hits you very hard. So I came from rice-a-roni and hamburger helper and frozen vegetables, and none of that is available. So, if I want to make something that resembles that food, I've got to pick all the ingredients. I mean, pasta is not hard to buy, but if I want ground beef, I've got to go to the market, and I've got to look at this big table of hunks of cow and tell the butcher that I want 5 pounds or whatever, and watch him hack it off and stand back so that I don't get hit with flying chunks of bone or meat. Make sure my purse is closed. I don't want to take any of those goodies back that aren't in the plastic bag is going to give me. So then I get back and I've got to clean all that up, grind it myself. So when you look at that process, you can either bite the bullet and do it or become a vegetarian. So there were times when meat didn't happen very often because I just didn't have the personal energy to deal with that kind of process. So I got to the point though where I would go and buy 10 pounds at a time and plan it so that I didn't have to do this every week, maybe every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, and just kind of ration it out that way, figure out how to stretch that meat so that I didn't have to go to the market again anytime soon, because that's like a whole day process. And it doesn't smell very good. I mean, not that it's rotten, it's just meat all the time. And you wash your hands and it's not gone. So that's a challenge.